Hi, how you doing? We got a 7-game NBA slate. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we're back to talk some more NBA basketball this week. A 7-game slate to start the week, a little bit more of a normal schedule finally in the NBA. It was a very small, profitable weekend for us. We'll go over the recap in just a little bit. But quick reminder, NFL Monday Night Football Best Bets video is out now for the Lions and 49ers as we look to stay hot in the NFL. But before we get into anything, I got to mention we have a new Jabbo MVP. That's right. Let's pull it up. And there it is. Thank you to @DanoSears8674. We really appreciate the support. This is never required. It's just always appreciated by you guys. If you guys want to join, become a Jabbo MVP, get some perks with badges, emojis, prioritize replies, things like that. $2.99 a month, just something to give back. We don't charge for picks or anything. Discord's free and all that. So thank you to @DanoSears. I appreciate it. But as you guys know, any graphics you see in this video are from an app called OUTLIER, the best player prop research tool on the market today. I use it every single day, like I tell you guys every single day. If you guys just want to try it out, see if you like it, see how it works and all that, there's a 7-day free trial by clicking the link below to join. So let's get rolling. You know, we've been doing Name That Player. We had 4 people guess the Name That Player on Friday's video. @SmokeALotopotamus, @Nathan Cooper E9E, @JoeDirt7119, great name, @Shogun23 _23. All 4 of you guys guessed Chris Middleton in the Friday video. You don't win anything, but I'm just going to mention, good job, you won, or you guessed right. So let's play Name That Player one more time now. Here we go. He has never played for the city that drafted him. He's played for 6 teams. He is a current NBA player, and he's made 1 NBA Finals appearance. Leave your comment below. Let me know who you guys think it is. In this video, we're going to recap that weekend, and then it's Monday. So we're going to talk defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists to the point guard position, as well as the least points, rebounds, and assists. And then I'll give you my 3 best bets for today, and then we'll end it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come join this incredible community. Discord link is below. We talk sports every single day. But let's get into it. And that means it's recap time. All right, here it is. We start with Friday, which was a 2 and 3 day small losing day. Bradley Beal over 24.5 PAs. If you saw that game, Bradley Beal couldn't hit the side of a barn or water if he fell out of a boat. It was atrocious. And then the next game, by the way, if you followed him, he absolutely crushed it. But either way, we lost that one. Jalen Brunson over 21.5 points, never a doubt. That was an easy winner, even though he did that for a little bit of a slow start. But Rockets' money line is still keeping me up at night, guys. They were up 10 with 3 minutes to go at home. They were up 16 at one point. I think it was late third or early fourth quarter, again at home, and they completely blew it. Missed free throws down the stretch, couldn't play D, couldn't stop anyone. It was a brutal loss. Half unit, but it still hurt. De Silva, 12.5 points. Never a doubt with this loss. Never a doubt. Scored 0. He had as many turnovers as shots attempted. It was brutal. Anyways, Tyus Jones under 6.5 assists. Started out hot and then slowed down. Luckily ended at 6, so we won on the hook there. And then Saturday was a nice 2-in-1 day, winning our only 1-unit play. Koulibaly over 3.5 assists. I think he had at least 6 in that one. That was a good ladder spot. And then Mikal Bridges over 16.5 points, crushes it again. That guy has been on fire. And then KD under 20.5 points. What cost us the sweep was with 30 seconds left, a loose ball foul. I think it was Wiggins, or I don't remember who it was, who jumped over the back of Kevin Durant on a rebound. He got 2 free throws, scored 30 and 31, and that was how he ended. But it is what it is. It happens. Under tracker, that's only unders on player props. 35 and 18 on the season on those. There is the overall record on the year, 118 and 96, up 10.85 units. Let's keep it rolling this week. So before we get into those best bets, though, let's talk the point guard position. All right, we start out with the defenses giving up the most points to the point guard position. You can see we got 4 matchups. Anything in green means that team or player is playing today. But the Wizards facing the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 24.8 points per game. Just dropped 1,000,000 points last game. Wizards giving up 30.1. Blazers 27.2 facing Tyrese Maxey, who's scoring 26 per game. And then the Kings 25.6 facing Kyrie Irving at 24.2. I'm putting Kyrie up here because Luka's out and Kyrie becomes the point guard. Just want to let you know, and that's why you don't see Luka on this list. And then the Pelicans are facing James Harden, who's averaging about 23 points per game. Pelicans giving up 25.1. Again, all these stats are in the last 30 days now. So take a screenshot. There's the points. Now let's go over to the rebounds. We got two matchups. Bulls playing LaMelo Ball. Now LaMelo Ball is doubtful. He probably won't play, but I decided to keep it up there anyways. And if he does play the next game, you can use these numbers as well. But LaMelo Ball, obviously 5 rebounds per game. Bulls giving up 7.7. Pelicans 7.4 against James Harden yet again, averaging 4.7 rebounds per game. And then there's at the top, Mr. Josh Giddey. Remember that name. That's right, 8.9 rebounds per game. So that's the rebounds. Now let's move over to the assists. And we got one matchup again, LaMelo Ball against the Bulls. Keep an eye on it. If he doesn't play, then that doesn't matter. But you can still see all the other teams and matchups: Spurs, Jazz, Blazers, Knicks, and Nets, as well as the 76ers, all giving up 9.5 or more assists per game to the point guard position. So, and look at, by the way, there's Mr. Giddey. Remember that name. Okay, now let's check out the toughest point guard matchups for the last 30 days. Nets giving up the fewest points per game. Who would have thought? 18.2 in the last 30 days. Along with the Knicks, 76ers, Warriors, and Heat as the top 5, or in the Mavericks as well. And then fewest rebounds, you see the Clippers, Jazz, which is a surprise, Magic, Pacers, and Nuggets. And then fewest assists, the Magic just do not give up many assists, along with the Thunder. Obviously, 2 of the best defenses in the NBA, so no surprise there. So take a screenshot. Hopefully these all help you. Again, we do a new position every single day of the week. But that's what I got for the research help. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us out to Sacramento, where the Kings host the Dallas Mavericks. Kings minus 4.5. Total in this game is 230.5. My best bet is a half unit play. Give me the Mavericks plus 4.5. That's right. We're not doing a player prop. Minus 110 on ESPN bet is where I got this one. At this point, it doesn't really feel like the Kings should be 4.5 point favorites over any decent team. And yes, even without Luka, this Mavericks team is still very decent. So in the 10 games without Luka this season, they have a 7-3 record. They have wins over the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Denver Nuggets, the Atlanta Hawks, the Knicks, the Clippers. They can still win ball games, and the Kings are not up to those guys' level. They average only 1.4 points per game less without Luka. They're still scoring around 115 points per game without him. Mavs are giving up 111.5 points per game, which is practically no difference without Luka, 111.9. Other injuries, Lively is questionable, and Najee Marshall is out. Obviously, you want both of those guys in. I'm hoping Lively is in, but either way, I'm going to bet this as if they're both going to be out. Kings, but let's just talk about the Kings. They're 0-5 against the spread their last 5 games. Their last 5 home games, 4-13-1 against the spread at home this year. They are the worst ATS team at home in the entire NBA. This franchise right now is considered the laughing stock of the league. Coaches and players are coming out bashing how they handle coaches. And what they just did to Mike Brown, firing a guy who just took him to the playoffs, had a successful season, almost won Coach of the Year last year, and then he gets fired by a text message the next or a couple days ago. It was brutal. There's a lot of people that say this owner, GM, and front office don't have any clue what they're doing. I think De'Aaron Fox has had like 5 coaches in 6 years. I don't know. Don't fact check me, but it's been ugly there. And now, obviously they don't take any credibility for bringing on an aging ISO mid-range shooter in DeMar DeRozan. That's just beyond the point. But either way, I'm just saying this team is a mess. You just saw it last game with Doug Christie as the interim head coach. Gave up 1 million points to the Lakers, lost by 10. As I said, they've lost 6 in a row now. Outscored on average 119 to 109 in that losing streak. They've scored 100 or less points in 3 of the last 5 games. And those were to the Lakers twice, don't play defense, and the Pacers, don't play defense. They have no identity right now. I think this team is an absolute mess. I think Kyrie and this Mavs team have all the experience, obviously, with their deep run and just all the players they have. Kyrie is a stud, as we know. PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, they have all these players. We'll see if Lively plays. But I just think this line should not be 4.5, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's moved too much because of Luka. I don't like anything I've seen from the Sacramento Kings. They're like a 13-19 team for a reason. I think the Mavs have a chance to win, but I just need them to keep it within 4. So my first best bet is the Mavericks plus 4.5. All right, this second one takes us out to Charlotte, North Carolina, where the Hornets host the Chicago Bulls. Bulls minus 5. Total in this one is 226.5. My best bet, 1 unit play. Give me Josh Giddey over 13.5 rebounds plus assists at minus 120 on ESPN bet. Let's dive right into Outlier and check out the numbers for this one. So here we go. We got Giddey here. In 2024, he is over in 16 of 28 games, averaging 13.75. But let's look at the last 5 now. and kind of analyze how he's been doing lately, he's been crushing it. Over in 4 straight, averaging 17.4 RAs in his last 5 games. Just had 25 versus Milwaukee. Now that 25 was with Ayo Dosunmu out, and it looks like he is going to be out again this game. So we'll talk more on why that matters, and Giddy being left in, playing a few more minutes and all that. So in these last 5, let's just scroll down and look at these numbers and how he's been doing. If you look at the minutes, averaging 28.2 minutes per game, and then the rebounds and assists, total that up, he's averaging 24.2 potential rebound and assists as well. Pretty big number for a guy who converts at a high percentage like him to just need 14. Now, let's go up to the top. Let's click on 2024. And then let's see how he's done in games he's played 27 or more minutes. And I say that because, like I said, Ayu is going to be out. I think he's going to play some good minutes here, especially with how he's been playing. And there it is. He's gone over in 11 of 15 games, averaging 15.6 RAs per game when he's played 27 or more minutes. So you love to see that, including going over in 6 straight as well. Now, if you look over there at the matchup, decent matchup for rebounds, obviously, like we've talked about. And around average for assists as well. Now, again, Outlier will have some numbers than websites. If you go to hashtag basketball, fantasy pros, or Outlier, you will see a few different varying numbers. But as we've seen in the numbers earlier in this video, that this is a pretty good matchup for him. But either way, I just like it no matter what, because Giddy, he's sometimes a guy who gets taken off the court on offense because they need some more offense to catch up because they're usually behind. I don't think that's the case. The Bulls are favored in this one. LaMelo Ball is more than likely out. Brandon Miller possibly out as well. With that, along with Ayo Dosunmu out, I think he's going to play extra minutes, and that's why we looked at those numbers that are 27 plus minutes played. I think he could get close to 30 minutes in this one. So I like him to stay hot. I think the numbers are there, the potentials are there. I like the matchup here, so just need to avoid a blowout. And again, when I say that with these two teams, you don't even know which way it could go, but I'd be surprised if the Bulls got blown out by a ball-less Hornets team and no Brandon Miller. So that's my second best bet. Give me Giddy over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. All right, this third one takes us out to San Francisco, where the Golden State Warriors host the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs minus 4.5. Total in this one is 231.5. I am making a bet on a guy I have never bet on in my entire life, I'm pretty sure. Give me Trace Jackson Davis under 11.5 points at minus 120 on Bet365. This can be a 1-unit play. We're taking a shot here. So he's been scoring well lately. If you don't know much about TJD, I don't even know if that's what they call him. We're going to call him that. But I think that makes this a sell high spot in this one. He's under this line in 20 of 30, but you can't really go by that. That doesn't tell the whole story. He's been playing more minutes lately. So the last 5 games, if you're strictly a last 5 better, turn away. You're not going to like this. He's averaging 25.8 minutes per game. He's averaging 14 points per game, and he's under in only 1 of the last 5. But if you know this and you watch enough Warriors games like I have, you know this is a guy who scores strictly in the paint. I mean, you'll get some alley-oops, you'll get some offensive rebounds, some putbacks and things like that. Well, that's going to be a problem here because the matchup is the Cleveland Cavaliers. The 5th fewest points given up in the paint in the NBA. They have the Twin Towers, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, as you guys know. Now, Cavs can sometimes struggle with centers, that step out and shoot and things like that. That's not going to be the case here. Similar type scoring centers that score in the paint. Nick Claxton just had 8 points against him. Walker Kessler, 9 points against him. TJD is a guy who can score off offensive rebounds, putbacks, like I mentioned. That's not going to be as easy, like I said, against Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, a good rebounding team. And of course, as with all unders, blowout, injury, foul trouble, all work in our favor. The last time these two teams played each other, the Cavs absolutely annihilated the Golden State Warriors. So we're going to take a shot here. I know he's been scoring pretty decent, but I still think 11.5 is too high. I think he's on a little stretch due to come back down to earth, especially in this matchup. So give me Trace Jackson Davis under 11.5 points as my third and final best bet. Any added plays in the morning will be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. So before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. We start with the Mavericks plus 4.5 at minus 110 for a half unit. And then Josh Giddey over 13.5 rebounds plus assists at minus 120 for a unit. And then Trace Jackson Davis of the Warriors under 11.5 points for another unit at minus 120 on Bet365. Thank you guys for watching. As always, you guys are awesome. Great community here. Appreciate all the likes and comments every single day and the support. Go check out that NFL Monday Night Football video if you haven't already. But I hope everyone has a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.